Well, howdy everybody. This is the Bruce City Rider and welcome to my channel. Thanks for clicking on my video, where today I'm going to talk about the benefits to a motovlogger of the brand new, just released GoPro Hero 9 Black. So stay tuned. I'd like to start out just by giving a shout out to my friend Andrew at Touring Midwest. He released a quick video right after the GoPro was released this week and brought it to my attention. I hadn't heard a thing about it. I think it was a pretty quiet launch, but I guess they release a new one every September is what I heard. Anyway, I had been waiting for I should say hoping for a session to be released. I know they're probably not going to ever make that again, but I still had my hopes. My front-facing camera that I'm using, that I always have with me, is my GoPro Hero 5 session. And there's nothing that's been released since then that I felt I needed to upgrade to. Well, after Touring Midwest did the video, I got on the web and researched it, and I thought, holy crap, this GoPro Hero 9 Black appears to be a game changer. The last game changer, GoPro-wise, in my opinion, was the Hero 5. That's when they released the GoPro with stabilization and voice commands. Also waterproof, but that doesn't really affect motovlogging because we have the side cover off anyway because of our external microphones. So the stabilization and the voice commands were game changers. Since then, they've improved the stabilization and added features here and there. But nothing like this Hero 9 Black. Man, I just love riding this time of year. As you probably heard me say on most of my previous videos this summer, I would always talk up what a great summer weather-wise we've been having around here. Like one of the best ever. But then about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, bam, it just ended. Basically right after the Milwaukee rally. And went right to fall. Today, I don't know what it is, it's Friday, maybe the 17th or 18th of September. And it's only about 56 degrees right now at 3:45 in the afternoon. So I had to break out the leathers and the warm gloves. But anyway, back into the GoPro. So I'm going to tell you the top 8 features of this new GoPro Hero 9 that I believe are game changers to a motovlogger. Now, not necessarily for motovlogging, but for motovloggers, because motovloggers do more than motovlogging. Most of them do. So number 1, it's got a front-facing full-color display. That's going to be huge when doing the multitude of things we do off the bike and lining up your shots and making sure it's looking like you want. Everything from your garage videos where you do installs and bike repairs and bike maintenance, to product reviews, and all, you know, and to vlogging at events and bike rallies and things like that, bike shows. So that's huge. Number two, the battery's got 30% more charge on average. Of course, it's going to vary depending on what you're doing with the camera, but on average, 30% more. That's also huge. That comes at a small price because obviously that's a bigger battery, so the form factor of this new GoPro is slightly bigger in all dimensions, taller, wider, deeper, but just slightly. It's still a pocket-sized camera though. Number three, they have a Hindsight mode. Hindsight. That's huge. You can set it for to capture 15 or 30 seconds of whatever was happening prior to you hitting that record button or giving the record command. Yes, that's going to mean you're going to be using more battery life, but you just have to be aware of that. So a couple examples, I guess. You're going down the road and you see something really cool that you want to show on your video. Maybe you're passing a cool old barn or something, or maybe something like a deer crosses in front of you, and you give the command to start recording, but by that time the deer's long gone. Well, Hindsight is running. You're going to capture all that stuff that you would have normally missed. I think that's just awesome. Alright, next one is the next generation of Hyper Smooth. Their stabilizing feature. It's got the Hyper Smooth 3.0, and for what I understand, it's a completely different technology that they're using, and it's a generation step up, or a generational step up. And that stabilization is so big. My secondary camera, which I have mounted facing me right now on my handlebars, which I bought because I knew I needed a second camera, but while I was waiting for a new session to come out, which never happened, I didn't want to spend a lot of money, so I've been using a $50 kind of a GoPro knockoff. And it's supposed to have some type of stabilization, but it's nothing compared to the GoPro, and you can really tell the difference. So that's huge. They also have a boost mode feature you can add to the stabilization, but that's going to crop your field of view a bit, which I don't really want to do. Next, they have a webcam mode. Now, I know a lot of the motovloggers are getting into these group video podcast type deals, and where they're sitting in front of their computer. Well, now you can use this new GoPro in webcam mode, and it's going to be a much higher quality image that you're transmitting than your typical camera, computer camera or webcam. I haven't done any of that, but if I do in the future, I'll be set. Beautiful out, just gorgeous. All right, the next one is they greatly increased the resolution of their photos. They went all the way up to, I believe it's 23.6 megapixels. The highest they have now is 12 megapixels. I know a lot of times I like to snap a picture or two when I'm out motovlogging and occasionally throw them in there in my motovlogs. And with the voice commands, it's real simple to do. You just give the command to take the photo and it snaps a photo. You don't have to change modes or anything. All right, number 7 is they brought back the replaceable lens cover. I guess they had it in some prior versions and then got rid of it, and people are up in arms. So that's got to be an advantage to have that. Not only can you replace a scratched lens cover very easily with just a little twist and pull and it comes right off, but they also make a max wide lens you can put on there. And lastly, number 8, a lot of the motovloggers these days are doing lives. You saw that out in Sturgis. Well, they just increased the platforms that you can upload live to. Currently it's just YouTube and Facebook. Well, now they added Twitch, and apparently GoPro has their own live platform, which they claim is much higher quality than anything else available. I haven't seen anybody else using that, but anyway, it will be available with the HERO9 Black. So those are the features that I believe are game changers for motovloggers and everything that we do. Now there's many other features. I'll just mention a few. You can hop on YouTube, and there's already a bunch of tech people that have reviews on them. They were given cameras a month or two ago by GoPro, and they have their videos out there in much more detail. Of course, one of the big ones, which I don't really think will apply to what we do, but one of the big selling features is you can now record in 5K. That's got to be a ridiculous file size, but anyway, it's there if you want to do it. They have a couple cool features. One is a programming mode where you can basically set your camera up to capture something at a certain date and time, say like a sunset, and you don't have to be there. You can just program your camera and it'll do it for you. That's pretty cool. They also have a duration mode, kind of the opposite of the scheduling mode. This is one where you start the recording and you can walk away after setting the duration. So after learning all this, I decided to start checking prices, and lo and behold, it's a $450 camera. But if you get it through GoPro right now, they got just a killer deal. So if you're interested at all, I highly recommend jumping on it, because I gotta believe they're gonna sell out. So if you're not currently a GoPro subscriber, you can get the camera right now for $299, believe it or not. But you also have to fork over another $50 for a 1-year subscription. So bottom line, $350, but that includes a 1-year subscription, and they're going to throw in a SanDisk 32 gigabyte Extreme card, all for $350. You can't beat that. So I looked into what you get for a subscription. You get up to 50% off of accessories, including the smart remote, and the vlogging setup with the built-in mic and audio adapter and everything else. It's up to 50% off. And I did check that, and I think on the smart remote they were giving me 30% off, so that's quite a savings. Comes the hay wagon. If you break your camera, they give you a replacement. You just have to send your old camera in, and then you get a replacement camera. So that's pretty huge. And I believe I also read where you get premium support. Not sure what that means, but that's always a good thing. A couple other neat features they added is something called horizon leveling. So whether or not your camera is moving side to side, your horizon will remain level. And then the time warp feature, they added a feature to that where if you're doing a time warp and then you want to talk, instead of having to stop, change modes, do your audio clip, and then get back in your time warp, they just have a button you press that will pause it, and then you can talk or do whatever you want, and then press the button again and the time warp will restart. Oh, and then one feature I forgot to mention in the subscription: unlimited cloud storage. I don't use the cloud for my videos, but I imagine some of you do. So those are my reasons why I believe the GoPro Hero9 Black is a game changer for motovloggers. So I'd be interested to hear your comments down below, and hope this video was helpful. Thanks again to Andrew at Touring Midwest. And that'll do it for this one, guys. Everybody stay safe. And this is BCR signing out. Later, guys.